center. Is this awesome or what? Yeah. Never miss events, man. I'm a master. I'm doing this.
It's more space. One time, thank you.
We got the build events. You speak on give your room for you speaking on Miami. I do. You really got to think ahead. Getting a room should never be an issue. Some of you are staying in other Airbnbs right now in hotels. And sometimes it's much cheaper, this or that. You have to miss the mojo. You always stay at the headquarter hotel. Do you know headquarter hotels for HBA Miami? Do you want to bump into Glenn in the elevator and Leo at breakfast and all Amy Weaver through the lobby? It's so much better at the headquarter hotel of an event. Like we're at 10X. I know I'm getting on this case, but training you, is that cool? Yeah. Like 10X Growth Con, they have 10 hotels now. I mean, which one are Grant and Elena staying at? Because guess what? Tim Tebow's going to be there. John Maxwell's going to be there. Donald Trump showed up last year. Elon Musk, different people will be there. Not Gavin Newsom, but different people will be there, and you can hang out with them at headquarters hotels. So first thing I want to say was this, because I have a 7:30 I gotta run. The right people in the world, the right people in the room can change the world. So this is one of those rooms. Like there's 1,100 people here. This is a very, 25 of us here, and there's people from all over the world here. And also, it's also about who's not in the room, right? You got to care about what room you're in. You got to be very purposeful and intentional about who you're hanging out with, because you become like those you associate with. And be vulnerable, that's one of the keys. I'm sharing some highlights from my Scottsdale event last week with Jordan Peterson. You guys know that guy? Him, Jim Quick wrote the book Limitless. Andy Elliott was there. Some powerful, amazing, this woman leads. She blew my mind. People like Mel Robbins, she wasn't there last week, but it's fun to hang with these people. So I put myself in the right rooms. You guys are doing the right thing. And then I would say this. Tony Robbins said this last week. It was powerful. And this is the one thing I got. He said a lot, but this one thing is it's the one conversation you have at an event that can literally transform your life. And so you can come, you can sit, and you can watch, you cross your legs, cross your arms, cross your eyes, and motivate me, right? Motivate me. That's not the way to do it. When you're on the edge of your seat, get your notepad out, and be looking for diamonds. Be looking for gold. You will find what you're looking for. If you will find problems like yesterday, the coffee was lukewarm, but I'm like, ooh, like hot coffee. And so, but if you want to let everything get under your skin, and I'll admit, I'm like, shake it off. I ran down to the room, so they didn't set up downstairs the way I wanted to. I didn't tell them exactly. They're resetting the entire auditorium right now. Wow. I have like 50 employees down there, and I didn't communicate my vision, and that's on me. But I'm like, just roll with it, smile, roll with it. We've got Pacey Morby could on his jet to fly here. His passport was in Montana. He knew it was in his backpack, and it wasn't. So it's being overnight to him. Hopefully he's gonna make it by 11:30. So he's waiting for it to show up, and it's firing down here in his jet. But when stuff goes wrong, dinner reservations. We got here, Kathy's luggage just gone, vanished, and we just smiled and rolled with it. So in life, stuff is gonna go south. What do? We go north. Smile, you roll with it, put a big smile on your face, and do what? Roll with it. So remember that. And be looking for that one conversation at the pool. The one conversation at breakfast. Maybe the one thing Gene's about to say. The one thing you hear from somebody in the gym or in the spa. You sit there all of a sudden, you look over, it's Tina Call with ice with cucumbers in her eyes. Oh my gosh, she looked at you from Tina's eye. Yes. And then you start talking, and that stuff makes a difference. And so I would say this. Tony also said this. He said he's coached the top performers in the world, the elite, the best of the best. He said, what is it about them that makes them them? And there's a lot of people say, these are people from Cambridge and Oxford and Harvard. This is some people that grew up poor and all this. And he says, is it intelligence? Are they just highly intelligent? And he said, nope. He says the differentiator was hunger. That should be so encouraging to you. It is certainly encouraging to me, because I personally was a C student. I struggled with school. I never got good grades. Citizenship, yes. teachers like me. I like them. But ooh, in PE. Kind of in that Coach Brent, but here's the deal. We could all have hunger. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
You guys at Zoomland, you could have hunger. And so some people just aren't hungry. And you gotta want it back, which forces you to do what? Read the books, listen to the podcast, show up at Crazy CABO, get up at, are we really going at 7 a.m.? Yeah, you're gonna be here. And so good for you is what I say. He also said this, high energy equals high performance. We all know that, right? Even they can be quieter, not loud, but they have this nuclear reactor, this high energy, just rather than silent. Warren Buffett, he's not this, but he's got a high energy inside, a drive inside him, a hunger to do what he's doing, high performance. But Tony didn't say this, but I was thinking the converse is true. Low energy equals low performance. The Jim Quick got it later. He's just talking, going down a little scene, which I wrote down here, and he said this. He said, "You don't have energy." So he's like, "Well, I'm just not that way. I'm just not that way." He goes, No. You don't have energy. You create energy. You actually create it. And so, and I totally get that. It makes sense to me. Tony said, go do something. Go execute one thing at a high level. You want to make it in life? Go execute one thing at a high level. How do you like that? Good?
Yeah.
So true. And then he says, Jim Quick said this. He had traumatic brain injury, hit his head hard, 5 years old. And he was the dumb kid. He had tutors and special education. And now he's considered one of the smartest human beings on the planet. Wrote the book, Limitless. This is limitless what you can do. And he said this. He goes, you can't fix what you won't fix. Isn't that good? How's your marriage? It's fine. And fine sucks. Okay, just so you know, your marriage sucks. Okay, do something about it. All right. How's your health? My health is fine. Well, my health sucks. Right? And I'm doing something about it. I'm hiring trainers, coaches. I can absolutely, I'm so hungry. I want so bad. It's just like people say, what do you want to do this year? What are your goals? I go, get fit. What else? Get fit. What else? Get fit. It's all I want. It's all I want. And I'm hungry for it. I want it so bad. I have no doubt in my mind I'm going to get there. Do you understand?
Woohoo!
How bad do you want to do this age of attraction thing? You will, in order for you to do it, you have to change lives. Jesus, I'm going to do it. And he sat at that famous coffee shop in Texas, somewhere in Texas, maybe Dallas. Was it Austin? What was the story? No, not that city. San Antonio. The coffee shop.
Were you at Penor?
San Antonio.
No.
The name of the coffee shop.
Penora or one of those.
It's, he tells us great. Get your story right. All right, now. All right, so in that famous coffee shop, which we now can't remember. All right. But here's the deal: proximity will change your life. I huddled up with Sheila, Rob, and Gene, and flipping ran. Who are you holding up with? Are you the Lone Ranger? Are you doing it by yourself? I was in Sacramento. I didn't have anybody. I clung to Sheila out of Dallas. I clung to Rob Flake out of Phoenix. I clung to Gene Frederick. I called them every day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, because I was hungry. Because I've been in real estate for decades. And did you hate real estate? No, I loved real estate. I would go back to it. If these people would have asked me to do an open house this weekend and show them property. I don't actually need to, but it's what I'm doing. I actually really feel I hate real estate. Really? What's wrong with you? Because real estate is people, and I love people. You might as well just say, I hate people. You hate real estate, you have people. And I love people. And so here's the bottom line, man. You gotta have a hunger and a desire. I think major decisions are made at events like this. And it will come. It will come. Information with emotion is unforgettable. And a lot of you don't get results when you're trying to get people to move to EXP because you're telling Bob from since you come around, well, we have this, and we have this, and we have this, and we have this, and this, and this, and that. And you're doing the feature benefit. And he goes, yeah, I love my brother. Yeah, I love my brother. Yeah, and they just don't get it. Did you watch the video? Yeah, I watched the video. Has anyone ever asked, did you watch the Model Explain video? Come on, Richard, have you ever done that?
Yep.
I've done it too. That's a huge mistake because you weren't with them. Always watch it with them. You always watch it with them? Absolutely. I sat down with people in Sacramento and watched it with 200 people. Actually, it was 189. 25 switch. Guess what? When they started getting their phones, I go, did the rock. I paused the video. Marguerite, she was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages today. I paused the video. She moved up. She was, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's my bad. I should have told her friends on there, but for her, but not there, but no, she was, oh yeah. And we put them away, and she focused. In that video, she's tears coming down her face. I had to hand her Kleenex in my office, and she's cleaning up. She looks at Joe, and she goes, "We're gonna do this." That's her husband. He's like, "Yes, dear." You know, and it's business, but you gotta watch it with them. Do you email your listing presentation to your seller and expect to get the listing? No, you get your butt in the car, you drive, you walk the property, you build rapport, you do the listing, but you miss an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes two, if you're gonna do it way too much. But leave before they want you to leave. Get off the Zoom before they want you to get the Zoom. Stop talking. Go, hey, I gotta go. You're not the only, when you spend hours with them, they're the only thing you've got. You have commission rep, you know, it's that, you know, don't leave before they give you a secret. Write this down, you should be writing this stuff down. Leave before they want you to leave. Get off the follow-up Zoom before, we gotta go. Let's book another meeting. Leave them hungry. Just feed them, I'm stuck. Have you ever gone to a Brazilian steakhouse where they have unlimited speeds? First time I ever went there, I'm like, oh, so that. I had the worst stomach ache ever. So bad. I'm like, oh my God, it's like the hits. That's what it's like when you spend 2 hours with someone telling about the experience. You think it's so great, it's horrible. It was horrible. Leave before they want you to leave. Go, hey, let's meet again. Are you with me?
Yeah. Yes.
Or are you just thinking about it? It's like, oh my God, I gotta carry you. I wonder why. Everything needs to be quick, okay, fast, move. But use emotion, share stories, share, you know, my partner, whoever it was, I'll use AJ. Everyone know AJ? Mida?
Yep.
He's your partner here to speak. He bought his mother a home. You know, Tom Davis, number one Keller was an agent, bought his dream home in Santa Cruz in the oceans, overlooking the ocean. Santa Cruz very expensive. Paid cash for it. He sold a little bit of his stock. My partner, Rick Chiha, rest in peace, and his beautiful wife Casey bought their dream home. He was 67. It was only from selling 25% of their stock that a quarter of them, they put $1 million cash down on a home in Monterey, overlooking the ocean with a patio that is 6 times the size of mine, overlooking the ocean, watching the whales do the same thing. And it was only EXP that did them. And he owned 7 Keller Williams at one point. And what that gave him was $2 million worth of unpaid commercial rents, and that he had personally guaranteed, and almost destroyed his life. And so you can share personal stories, whatever stories. Don't tell me your stories. Well, Casey, it doesn't matter. These are my business partners. So they're like, really? I go, yeah, that's a little bit of the stock. Yeah, but the stock had its run and we've missed it. No, we haven't. We've had over 3 years. Our stock is incredibly good. What's going to happen is the interest rates are as they're unlocking, the economy gets healthier. We're about to catch the second wave. And the second wave is going to be bigger than the first. If I told you there's 1,200 of us, and we're going to have 85,000, 90,000 agents, yeah, right. I'm telling you, there's 85,000 of us, I believe, right now, and maybe 87,000, and we're going to have 250. To go from 1,200 to 87,000 is a miracle. To go from 80,000 to $250,000 is a sure bet. And why don't you do it right now? Because the entire US and Canadian real estate economy, homes have stayed up. Talk to seasoned mortgage brokers that fear in their eyes. They're getting their real estate licenses because they're doing 0 refinances and their volume's been cut in half. And so it's been terrible. 77% of them did not renew their license. So, but guess what? This too shall pass. We had 1921 crash, stock market, and soup lines. We're not there. That passed. We had the crash in the 70s and interest rates at 19.9. It passed. In the 90s, every home I showed when I started real estate in the 90s, I showed with a mag flashlight. I thought that was normal. Because there's no power. They reported up. That's what I did. And there were people, vagrants in there. Hey, God, that's room. I'm trying to show that. You know, yeah, you with the spotlight in the corner. You know? And I thought that was normal in Sacramento. And so that passed, though, way bigger. This is gonna pass. And so here's the deal, if you're aware, the wave's coming, you watch the circle, you can see it start to lift up. Oh, that's the wave I'm catching. And they jockey themselves over, start paddling, start paddling. You better be paddling because the next wave's about to hit. We're gonna go from 87,000 to 250,000. And our stock is going to, I believe, I'm not a stockbroker, this may or may not be true, but I totally in my heart believe our stock value is gonna double or triple. Because we have the economies of scale. We have the base in place. It's there. We built the spruce goose while she was flying last time. It was a mess. Wait till you see what happens. So, what time is it?
You've got to go.
24.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
6 minutes, yeah.
No, I have 3 minutes. So, I will say this. In the beginning, you make your habits. In the end, your habits make you revolve over that. You should write that everywhere around your house. That is the deal. That is the deal. Jim Quick, who wrote the book Limitless, he says, do the tiniest thing you could do towards a worthwhile dream or goal. Dude, you have these dreams and goals, and you set these things, and then if you do nothing, it's just a pipe dream. Stop with the pipe dreams, right? Jim Quick says, you know what the number one thing you can do for your mental health? He teaches some amazing stuff. We all know about heart health. We all know about muscle health and cardiovascular health, and what's good for your lungs, like quit smoking, all this kind of things. But what do you do for your brain health? Well, but he's fascinating. He says the number one thing you do for brain health is phenomenal, outstanding in us. Oral hygiene. He says you meet people with their teeth and their gums and their mouth get really bad. It affects their brain. It totally makes them sick in the head. So he says, if you're not flossing, start. Some of you know who you are. You don't floss. Hey, flossing. Can you do one? Start with 1, 2, right? Do 1, 2, and go. I did it. Tomorrow, can you do 2? The third step. You'll be addicted after a week. You'll be addicted. And so here's the deal. Who wants to be dumb in the head? Anyways, so here's the deal. Do the tiniest action you could do, and then take another step. All of a sudden, you're walking. All of a sudden, you're jogging. All of a sudden, you're sprinting towards your goals and dreams. Because here's the deal. If you don't take that tiniest action, if you don't do the one thing, you beat yourself up. You're like, oh, why don't I do what I know I should do? I have a gym membership, I don't go. You slug, you worthwhile piece of you stay in bed. And you don't need to worry about Hamas. You're all worried about working about Hamas. the cartels. Oh, I'm worried about going to CABO cartels. Oh no, the cartels are already here. It's inside you. And like you're like, well, I might get hurt if I go outside. It doesn't matter. You already look at your own blood inside. You already beat yourself. Come on.
That's
Yep. Woo!
You're flagellating yourself, right? And whipping yourself. If you would never talk to anyone the way you talk to yourself. You're fat. You're ugly. You're stupid. Why'd you say that? Like when last night I felt really bad. I go, Susan, why she's came out of my mouth. Right? And he's still alive, but I keep giving you a step. I give myself a pass and still red lover and I'm just kidding around. As I was saying how good Gene's shirt looked if you were there. So I'm gonna go, but I want to beg you to do this morning. Whenever you go to any meeting anywhere, I'm talking Zoom meetings, there's powerful to you guys. If you haven't been doing this, if you look, my book here, I'm gonna show them, is full of scribbles from Scottsdale. I scribble as fast as I can. It keeps me focused. And then great ideas are like slippery fish. If you don't stab them with the end of your pen, they get away. And then I take notes from my notes. Here's the notes from my notes. And then on the back, I wrote down everybody who was in the room. I wrote down what cities they were from on that page. People, and there were a few people in the room I didn't care for. I didn't write their name down. I wrote down the city. And then over here, I wrote what's the say at the top. I know my writing's terrible, you doctor. Took her well. I have 11 things I've been working on that have to get done. I take action. You cannot listen and do nothing. So here's my final bit of advice. Who wants to get the most you can in the next 3 days?
Yeah.
come this morning, sit on the edge of your chair, 1 foot forward, 1 back, like you're about to take off on a sprint. Get a notepad out, get 2 pens, your pen will die. And take notes and look for the gold. Look for the diamonds. You will find it today. You're gonna find that breakthrough. I do it on the Zoom meetings. I take notes on every Zoom meeting. You guys are taking notes. And you're looking, it helps you pay attention. Do it in church. Your mind wanders in church. Oh, look at that pretty dress. That guy's wearing a hat, you should take his hat off. Like if you're taking notes, those are distractions. Yeah. You want to connect with God and you're sitting in the back row. Get there. I hope to see. I'm gonna memorize all your faces. Right here, I'm memorizing it. Jim Quick taught me to memorize faces and names. I got it all. Ready? Sit in the front row. You sit in the back. People get up to go to the bathroom. They spell their coffee. Oh, you're no longer listening. I paid $10,000 a seat at 10X to sit in the front, so I could see the whites of Jim Tebow's eyes. So I could see John Travolta's sweat. Nobody saw it, but I saw the sweat going down the side of his temple because he's scared. I saw John Travolta scared. Just dude, when you see a line 10 times, you sound like a stud too. And he was scared to death to be up there in front of him. I was right there. But I paid $20,000 for calculations because I'm a front rower in life. And I realized I couldn't, if I sat in the back row too, as I could afford it, I moved to the front. Now this morning, the back row that cost you the same amount. Why would you get that a little early and get in line and be a front rower? And I'm here, and take notes. I'm begging you to take notes. It'll help you focus. You'll get more out of it. You'll learn. Does anyone want, or just who wants to prolong the pain? I'm gonna write a book, Prolonging Pain. How do I do that? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. What got you here is not gonna take you there. Love you guys. Have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you. I need my mic. Can you grab that up from Kobe? Wow, that's pretty powerful, you guys. That is really, 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 really amazing. So I just want to, Stephanie, let's see. We have a guest that we just want to introduce real quick. Stephanie, can you unmic yourself? And I'm hoping everybody can hear this. Let me just see. Can you guys are going to be able to see this. Are any of you on Zoom? Steph, I need help. How can I get them big on that and have them be the main screen? So we're going to take 2 minutes and I'm going to introduce 2 people that are on this Zoom. Some of you may have already know them. It's Eric.
Okay. So I think you can spotlight for everyone. There we go.
Okay.
Wait.
And how do we turn it up?
And then where's your volume?
All right. So every year, Gene and Susan, for the past few years, have been extremely generous and let us go to their home on Cedar Lake and do a retreat. It's called Level Up. And this year it is May 5th through the 9th. It is an amazing event where, Michelle, tell us about real quick. What did you say about the retreat?
The retreat was amazing. I mean, it's like this, you don't have that many people that are there. You get just a unique opportunity it's really mental.
Sarah's been there.
You just get to really bond with a lot of people. It was very emotional for many. So I found it to be one of the best retreats I had ever been to. It was completely unexpected. I had no idea where I was going. Garrett picks me up. Peggy, he worked with Peggy
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and drives me out to the lake house, and I just had the most amazing time. So I highly, highly recommend it. It was really life changing for me. It was, I think, where I stepped into like, hey, I need to go to more events. I need to meet all of these great people, and that was where things changed.
So I want to introduce Stephanie and Eric real quick. They're the coaches. If you can see them, they coach Olympic athletes, they coach actors, actresses, political people, you name it. They are the go-to coaches. They are way up there with NLP, but why don't you guys, let's see if they can hear you. So, hi, thanks for getting up early.
Hi. Good morning. Thank you, Michelle. That was very sweet of you to say. Thank you, Peggy, for having us on. And hi to everyone that we haven't met. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. Go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah. So our whole first day is just going to be brushing our teeth. We're going to go over dental hygiene.
We're gonna learn to floss.
It's going to be incredible. No, but
Brent Gove is sponsoring the floss.
yeah. Colgate is our main sponsor. So yeah, the difference I think that makes us what we do, you know, that we train all kinds of people. I've coached Olympic athletes who have won gold medals. I've coached musicians, 2 Fortune 500 CEOs. And I've always had an affinity for real estate agents because my wife's a real estate agent. My mom's a real estate agent. My grandma had her broker's license. And the thing is, I can help with mindset, right? I can help you get to the very peak of what you want to do. But a lot of professions have caps. I can help a gas station attendant be the best gas station clerk that there possibly is, but they'll never make more than $20 an hour, $25 an hour. Real estate has no ceiling. The sky is the limit. Literally, there are people that make $1 million a month off real estate and more. What's the difference between them and a real estate agent that's only selling 3 houses a year? A lot of the times it's mindset. You have to get rid of those limiting beliefs. You have to get connected with people that can help you get to that next level. And that's where we come in. Our results have spoke for themselves. I mean, it's been amazing. And thank you to Gene. I see you out there, and you guys have been so amazing letting us
Gene's over there.
go to your beautiful lake house and connect. And what's really cool about it is that it's a smaller group like this. We cap it at 20 people. And we're all together the entire time, and we can go over really deep stuff, not just real estate, because it's all encompassing, right? The way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. And your mindset has to connect with all of it, because if you're focused solely on real estate and your family falls apart, or if you're focused fully on your relationship and your career falls apart, then that's really not serving you. So we teach techniques. We go over an entire day of releasing baggage, of looking at our limiting beliefs. We look at where we want to go, goal setting in a way that you've never even imagined it before. And also a lot of one-on-one time where we can really connect with each other and also talk about things going on in your life that we can help with, because when you fix those little things, that's your foundation, and that's what you can build from.
Yeah, and I think something, we talked to an agent who came last May. We talked to her maybe a month ago, and she had said that her biggest takeaway was that in moments she was able to get to the root cause of her money issues, which didn't have anything to do with money. And then we were talking with her a month ago, and she said that she had sold more houses this past year than in the 5 years combined before that. And it wasn't directly, there was a connection, but she needed to unlock something that wasn't money related. She just kept looking at the money part of it. So it's a really fun experience because it's kind of camp style. You can talk to, I see Michelle's there, Stacy's there. I see Stacy's online too.
Jason's in the
Sarah.
back over there. He was there.
Jason. So you can talk to any of them, but it's a really fun experience because we're all bunking together. We're all prepping food together. We're eating together. And this year we have increased it by a day to give people more time to enjoy the brand new pool that Gene put in just for us. But it's a really great experience, and we would love to have you. We do cap it at 20 people. So if you have any interest, then please let us know. It's May 3rd through the 8th this year in Dallas, Texas.
And because of Gene's support, it's extremely reasonably priced. It's way too cheap, honestly.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, it's what is it now? 10.99?
11.11. Yeah.
11.11.
$1,100. Yeah.
That includes your
10.99 here.
housing, that includes your food, that includes all of the teachings, that includes one-on-one time. I charge $1,000 an hour just to do coaching with me. Alone, one-on-one. We're doing the entire thing for $1,100. And honestly, if there's nothing else you take away, the money that you spend on yourself, the money that you invest in yourself, and Brent talked about this, it's the most important money you'll ever spend in your life. What more important costs, what more important things to do with money than giving it to yourself, helping yourself with personal growth and development, leveling up, and those small little investments in you will change your entire life.
So we love coming to events. Love you guys. Thank you. I hope you stay on. Gene's talking next.
Definitely,
Where's
won't miss it.
So the baby, she was pregnant the first year, for those of you who were there the first year, and she has a little baby, and the baby will be there. So thank you guys. We'll do more. All right. So now I want to bring up Gene Frederick, the amazing Gene Frederick in this.
Why do you only charge $1,000 an hour? Come on, you're too cheap.
See, there we go. I love Gene.
Gene, are you looking for a coach?
I'll give you the final tip of the day, and what's his name, Brent?
Yeah.
Brent and I are so alike. We find out that we always carry notebooks. There's something about writing down stuff. I know we're in the technology age, and everybody's got. I was coached by one of the top coaches in the world when I was back in Virginia with Becky, and he had a flip chart like this. And he coached Gary Keller. He coached everybody, and he made them come to him, and he did it on the chalkboard. And one guy came in and took his laptop out, and he says, "That's not going to work, dude. Here's what you need to do." I was watching Tony Robbins the other day. Let's answer this together. Knowledge is
Power.
wrong.
Knowledge.
Totally
is-
wrong.
what is it?
Totally wrong. Action is power.
Action is power.
Action is everything. Just write it down. You should be right. Now here's the key to stuff. And if you've ever borrowed a book from me, Trish got a book from me last time she was with me. If you see any of the books I've read, what I do is I read them and I go, oh, page 29, I'm going to do this. What you do is you go back to the front. I go, page 29, it said this. I'm going to do this. That's the key. The key is the action.
Mhm.
Quit writing down ahas. Ahas mean nothing. In other words, oh, that was a great idea. Oh, they just, no. The action that I take, if you ever borrow books from me, they're scribbled on them like crayon stuff. And you go, what's that? And I go in the back and go, page 29, I'm going to do this. And you can know when I was with Keller Williams for 21 years, I said, I'm going to take that, I'm going to do that in my business. It's just what I've done.
Yeah.
I'm just a good action taker. So you guys might be good note takers. You might be, you might think that knowledge is power. Man, I quit spelling in 3rd grade. Ask my wife. This spell check thing is great. Does it not make you guys look good? Because I swear I got a 3rd grade, I was the spelling champion. I haven't put up with a spell since. So how many people have memorized my napkin presentation? Raise your hand. See, there's only 3. Do you understand? I invented that 10 years ago. When I came to EXP, there was no way to explain the model. EXP was open for 5-6 years. It had 400 agents. I spent 3 months designing what's called the napkin presentation. I said, I have to show the model on a napkin. If you don't show it on a napkin, right, forget it. It doesn't work. Okay? And 3 people came up to me last night and said, Gene, just so you know, your napkin presentation is the reason I'm here. I said, really? That makes me feel good. You've got to be able to show our model in almost an elevator speech. If you can't, forget about it. They don't come. By the way, 10 years ago, we had 4 employees and 400 agents. 4 employees, and one of them was Glenn. And so what was I selling? What was I presenting? Why did people come? Why do you think people came? Answer. Why? Opportunity? No. Not yet. I'll see if you can get it. Who? What? No. What else?
People.
Who said that? They believed in me. They believed in me. People buy into you. They don't buy into the model. I got news for you. We had nothing. Stock was 30 cents a share. We were over the counter. I didn't even talk about it, dude. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Here's where we're going. First month, with the help of Elizabeth Riley and Nicole, my daughter Nicole, we recruited 20 cappers. How do we do that? It's amazing. What do you think? Is it because we had insurance, or what do we have? All that crap? What do we have?
We didn't, yeah, we had nothing. Car wash.
We have Conda and Susie and Saucy. And, you see, I know none of that. You know why? I'm painting the future. Right. Now, whose future am I painting? Answer that.
Ours.
No. Theirs. That's the key. That's where you blow up. That's where you don't understand. I'm not painting my future. I'm painting their future. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? And I listen. Here's the problem you all have. You need to listen intently. Write it down. Don't listen. Everybody can listen, right? I listen to my wife, she thinks. So listen intently. What I mean by that is you listen so intently, in about 30 seconds, you can figure out if they're going through hard times or not. Right. I've had a lot of people cry on me when I've interviewed. You have no idea. I've had people say, how'd you know I was going through a divorce? I said, I had no idea. You just spilled it out on me. Because I'm really good at listening. You guys are too much into presentation and not enough into, it's their vision, wherever they want to go. So when you said opportunity, some of them wanted the opportunity to sell more homes. Some people wanted the opportunity just to sell less homes and have more free time. So whatever they wanted, that's what I'll give them. And I still do. It's 10 years. By the way, I'm not recruiting any different than I did at Keller Williams. I recruited at Keller Williams for 21 years. I recruited at Realty Executives for 5 years. So I've been a recruiter a long time. I think you ought to listen to me. And I only say that as a dad or a father or a brother, is the fact is you guys think you can do it better than me. You really do. You all do, because you're like this. I know you. Oh yeah, he said that. Man, but I'll make my own napkin presentation. I'm tired of it. You either do it the way I tell you to do it. Does this make sense? Susan says she gets mad when I talk like this. But the problem is you guys you're not really getting it. If you want to shoot a basket, should you go to Michael Jordan? I'm the Michael Jordan of recruiting. I've literally been the top recruiter at Keller Williams 7 times, right? If you want to learn how to get in touch with your NLPP, LLPP, talk to these people. They're the experts. They're laughing now, right? Right? You only charge more than $1,000 an hour, dude. You're way too low. That's your problem. So what I'm saying is this. You got to take action. Okay? That's it. So it's not just taking notes, and I agree with him. Sit on the front, do whatever you want to do. But I just don't take notes. I go, oh, that was a great idea. I'm going to implement it in my business today. So here's what I want you to do. Stop right now, right? And write down something in your phone that you're going to implement from what I just said. Yeah. Right now. Yeah. Stop. We got 30 seconds. Don't need to hear me talk anymore. I don't even charge $1,000 an hour, man. I'm free. Look at this.
I think you're right. Okay. The retreat just went up to $5,000 a person.
Pre-ordered?
You pre-ordered. Yeah. Pam pre-ordered. She said, did you get her credit card? Hey, Brad, how are you?
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when you're taking notes today, it's really What you want to do is, oh, that's a great idea. Here's how I'm going to put it. Because if you don't write it right then and you do it, it doesn't happen. And that's why the books that I've read tons of books. My sister asked me what book to read recently. I said, do Relentless. You guys have read Relentless. It's a phenomenal book. But there's scribbles all over in my Relentless. My books look like you're underlining stuff, circling stuff. I'm pointing stuff over here. But I make sure there's an action item after what I do. That's why I've been very, very successful. I just take more action than you do. It's real life. I just do. And Brent and I are so much alike, our wives talk, because our energy is pretty high and we love people. If you don't like people, go do something else. You know, go take a job in the IRS. Those people, the IRS. Right? So you know what's fun about this business is you can actually create your vision right now. The other thing you guys have heard me talk a lot of times, it'll come out in my book that I'm putting this fall, is the fact that I've been very, very good at goal setting, and the way they do it is probably unbelievable. But the bottom line is that where I've been very, very successful, my goals are with me every single day of the year. And I look at them every single day. And when I've really performed at an unbelievable high level, that those years, it was with me, doesn't matter, it was in my pocket. I mean, the whole year, every single day, I'd be at Ruth Chris Steakhouse in a nice suit. People go, what's going on? I go, yeah, here's my goals. Here's what. And they were just, I was obsessed. Isn't it weird? But if you ever get like that, that's when you perform at a level that, that's why Relentless is good. Relentless is the guy that, you know, he's the trainer for Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And he tracked every single step they made in a game. He watched tape. So if they went so much steps on their right foot, he's got to work out the left foot more than the right. I mean, how detailed can you get? Right? And it's just like obsessed, right? Those are the people that perform at a high level. So Brent and I are kind of obsessed about you guys, having you guys perform at a high level. Just have fun with it, right? I've never seen Brent so calm.
He hadn't had coffee. He was very calm.
We didn't have coffee. We're so excited. And by the way, I'll tell you one last story. How much time do I got?
You got a few minutes.
Got a few minutes? Okay. When he said the people you're in room with, get this, last week, we were at Necker Island with Sir Richard Branson, right? And at a pickle bar thing, there's about 100 of us. But my yacht broker, isn't it fun to say you have a yacht broker? My yacht broker, Ed O'Connor, he was there this time. He went over at 7 o'clock in the morning to have breakfast. We stayed on the boat. He calls me later, Dean, I can't wait to tell you about breakfast. I said, what happened? He says, I'm having breakfast with Sir Richard Branson and a gentleman named Steve, just the three of us. And we're solving the Ukrainian-Russian war. He says, we're thinking of ideas. How can we solve this? So we thought of this idea. And Steve says to both of them, he says, I'm just sitting there. Steve goes, let's call Tulsi. And Sir Richard Branson goes, Tulsi Gabbard? He goes, yeah. Steve goes, yeah, she's a good friend of mine. She stayed at my house many times. Let's call Tulsi and give her idea. Now, this was just last week. So I put the speakerphone in between three of them. Ed goes, I'm sitting here. And he goes, hey, Tulsi, yeah. Hey, we got this great idea on how to solve the Ukrainian-Russian war. And they give it to her. And she goes, you know what? We've never thought of that. I'll report it to Donald today. It's a great idea.
That's very cool.
And you know what Steve said? If he likes it, it's my idea. If he doesn't like it, it's Sir Richard Branson. So I'm one person away from Tulsi Gabbard. By the way, Steve's wife is Beth Bellamy, who basically is an unbelievable tennis pro. Now, the #1 pickleball player in the world. She played against Navratilova. She's in Wimbledon. I got to know Beth Bellamy. I don't know tennis players. She was a sweetheart. So and I know Beth and Steve, and I'm 1 degree from Tulsi Gabbard. Does that make sense? So I got to be in those rooms. I've never been in those rooms. Huh?
We're 2 degrees.
You're 2 degrees. You're 2
Yeah.
degrees from. So what happens at these meetings? I've never missed a meeting. I was at Century. What was I? Killer Wings. It's the same as Century 21. I almost said Century 21. They're the same thing. They're franchises. They're all the same thing. By the way, never dish the competition. I love the competition. They say, how is it at Century 21 or KW? I said, oh no, I've been gone for 10 years. Go call Susie. She's awesome. She's a great manager. She'll tell you all about it. But I want to tell you about our stuff. Is that okay? And I show them the napkin presentation. I said, here's what I'm going to talk about today. Is that all right with you? By the way, how are you doing? You know, you guys have heard me tell this story. This is really important. You don't listen intently like I do. I take notes on Zooms. When I'm on Zooms because I live in Puerto Rico now, all the things I'm doing is on Zoom. I always take a notebook, pieces of paper, and they can see me taking notes. I could care less if they see me. I'm taking notes. When South Africa, when we were in South Africa, you were at that meeting, right? In South Africa 2 years ago when Brent and I were there. What did that preacher say when he got up on stage? He says, these two guys are in the front row taking more notes than any of you in the room. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? It's real. I don't make up stuff. Okay. And Brent and I are the same. We want to learn and implement. I don't want to just learn. I want to learn and take action. I want to learn and take action. And you're going to hear so much good stuff today. Don't shut it off. Go, I don't want to. I'll take out of the room on this one. You only got 3.5 hours, right? Go to the bathroom ahead of time, Tucker. So anyway. That's for the guys late. But guys, just enjoy life. Do it. You know, this is, you know, we're making what? Watch this. We're making real estate
Fun again.
How's that, baby? Right? This is like church, right? Amen, right? Amen. So many, seriously, it is. I believe the Lord had a lot to do with the last 10 years of my life. This is real. A lot of things have happened recently that I just know He's touching us. I know He's touching all of you if you let Him in.
Yes.
I really do believe that. And I quit not talking about it because God, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. 400 agents and 4 employees. And I look up and, you know, 8 months later in Austin, Texas, Elizabeth Riley and I have 100 agents. What? Who gets 100 agents in 8 months?
That's what I want.
Right? Well, you write it. So write down 200, you'll get 100. Seriously, your goals have to be bigger. Just so you know, I'll show you my goals if you want to see them. I've never hit any of the goals here at EXP.
No.
I haven't. I just, they're just so big, right? You know, get that vision board started. Any questions for me?
I want to see the napkin presentation.
Well, it's online.
It's online.
And I only tell you it's online because basically it's online. Go to YouTube and pull up a lot of my stuff.
Wait, can you stand up, please? Yes. I want everybody to know this. This is Annie. Give her a round of applause. It's Gene's sister. She had to grow up with him.
Hey, Peggy.
What? Who's your favorite sister?
Peggy.
Who's your sister?
Peggy.
Yes.
Gene, we need an updated napkin presentation.
Okay, I'll do another one. I'll do another one for you. Thank you. Thank you, Samia. Samia, I sold her a franchise, in 2000 or 2001 with Keller
Yep.
Williams.
Yep, you did.
And it's all relationships, right? It's
Absolutely.
all, thank you for taking me to the ball game with my son. I'll never forget that. See, those are the moments you remember. You remember moments. You remember being with people. I mean, I took my son to San Francisco. She took us to a really good, and we saw Barry Bonds that year. That's the year he set the home run record. Do you understand? How do I remember? And Susan goes, how do you remember that? Well, you were there. It affected you, right? You never miss an event. I don't. Even if you're feeling bad, come and lay in the hot tub or something.
How long does it take you to do the napkin presentation? Is it about 20 minutes? I've seen it, but.
No, I do the napkin presentation in about 3 minutes. Because what I want to do is just show them what the difference is between us and all the other brokers. That's kind of like my background. Okay.
Would you be willing to do it tomorrow morning? Because you're going to be in our suite tomorrow.
I can do that.
We don't have time now, so I want to introduce Eva and Kobe. They co-sponsored this morning with us, and you are having an event tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, we're in 1705, and we'll have coffee
Coffee and what else do you
And
have?
some treats from New York, like rainbow cookies and black and whites, etc. And more
Gene.
importantly, we're going to have Gene.
What time, what time?
It's
Seven.
same time as today, 7 to 8:30. We're gonna be lucky enough that Peggy will be speaking tomorrow as well. And Brent has promised to jump in for the last 10 minutes because he has early morning meetings. So could we do napkin?
Sure, I can do
presentation
that.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, sir.
If the room is only this big.
What's that?
If the room for tomorrow, for the napkin presentation gets out.
No, don't.
Don't tell people.
It's a special little thing.
No, this is like really private, super secret.
Here's one thing I want to get at.
And just so you know, a little smaller.
I'll end with this, because last night, I've really been trying to help people learn how to recruit. The problem is, I sold for a long time. I'm a realtor. I sold homes. I know you go on the listing presentation, you do it, they get you, you do it, you get it, right? You close it. You're with a buyer, you close it. With recruiting, you need to use other people to do the close for you. Most people, the ego is, oh, well, I got to learn how to close. I said, you really don't. You have to learn how to get them, explain the model, and they bring Brett and I in to do the close. My main thing now is do closes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do the napkin presentation anymore. You've already done it. I'm at the end. So the problem is with your ego, you go, wait. No, I'm a lister. I can get the listings. I'm a buyer's agent. I can do. The problem is you guys take too much on yourself. Do the three-way close. Get people to close for you. It's the gift. It's the reason, right? Brent brought me into Sacramento and had me talk to him. Oh, man, he'd line me up 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Naples.
And it was, he just run me all day. And he'd bring people in. Well, he was the one that explained the model to him, and he brings them in and goes here. Right? Do the close.
I have one request from you because we're recording this. You talk about when you first went to this, what people called you and what they call you now.
What?
How they called you crazy?
Oh, CLC. So when you first do it in a new area or South Africa, they called you crazy. Right? Why are you going to this new company in the cloud with no offices, right? And then when I got, it's about 3 or 4 years later, they called me lucky. Oh, you're just lucky you just get in. You just got in early. And now that I'm at Necker Island once a year, and I've got I've got a yacht paid off, by the way.
Nice.
It doesn't affect my family, right? And I'm living the life everybody probably wanted to live, which I love. They call me a crook. In other words, you watch the stupid doggone movies. They always paint people like Sir Richard Branson as a crook. He was the nicest human being you ever want to meet, right? These people, when you go to these things, they are the nicest thing on people. So now I've changed it. Crazy, lucky, crook, and now A. Now they call me for advice. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Woo!
So now they're calling me for advice. All my broker buddies from Remax, Sensor 21, going back, are calling, going, hey, how do I get out of the franchise? What's going on? It's because again, you'll get to that stage. So if you're new to an area and you go, hey, nobody knows EXP in this area, that's opportunity. But you're going to go through the same cycle. They're going to call you crazy, then you're lucky. By the way, I will say this at the very end, because I got a couple more minutes. I want to get this out to you guys. 5 years from now, 80% of the business, 80% of the closings will be done by agents that don't have their license yet. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Even in South Africa, you watch. I've kept track of this. I'm an ex-bean counter. I kept track of it at the last Keller Williams office. And everybody goes, no, why are you recruiting so many new agents? I said, because they're doing all the business. It's really weird. So when I say that, everybody goes, well, you got in early. You got in early. I go, whoa. You guys start recruiting now. 80% of the people that are going to be doing all the business are not in the business yet. So they don't even know about EXP. You get my drift?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you get that? So in other words, quit saying to yourself, I should have done it 3 years ago. I should have got in earlier. I have just as much opportunity now to flip my wealth chart over and start all over. I could build another. Because these are people, they don't know this yet. The only reason they go to Century 21 Cool with Bankers because their sisters there, their brothers there, their uncles there, and their neighbors there at Century 21. They go and interview. They don't interview 10 people, right? You know this. They just go. So know that the opportunity is there. Quit saying, I wish I would have got in, right? And on Zooms with me, quit telling everybody Gene doesn't have to be on the call. He doesn't have to be here. I want to be on the call. Right? Quit setting me up for like he's a retired goofball. So well, you guys do use it. Well, he doesn't. Brent doesn't have to be here. Like Brent didn't have to be here. The bull duty. We want to be here. Right? I apologize for swearing. Bull duty. Bull duty. In South Africa, that's really bad.
And isn't that amazing that we have people stand up for a minute, please? All the way South Africa? Really? Come on. If you can't get here from the United States, South Africa, save your pennies. We're going to be here next year again in Cabo. A lot of people say that this is the event besides our retreat. This is the absolute event that you need to go to and put your money away. Give up a couple of Starbucks, whatever it takes, get in the rooms, go to the regional rallies that are coming up, go to your local builds that are coming up. All the agents are volunteering to do this. I know you're speaking at a couple of them. I'm doing one in San Diego. So this is amazing. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You're very welcome. I do this every Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific. 8 a.m. Central. Thank you, Tucker. 9 a.m. Eastern, ZoomPeggy.com. We're going to be 3 years of doing this in June. And thank you for giving me huge opportunity. All right. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody here. Thank you, guys. We're going out to learn. Thank you, Stephanie, Eric, everybody. We'll see you guys real soon. Thanks, Ash. Bye. If you guys are interested in the retreat, please come see me because it is selling out. Nice. Okay.
Thank you, Peggy.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thanks, Peggy.
Bye, everybody.
Bravo. Next year. Non-negotiable. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, Peggy. Bye.